Hey, everybody, welcome back to the SkyLounge podcast. And I'm here to bring you episode number 330, the return of 30 for 30 in 30, 2K21 edition. Now, I know there are going to be some of you out there watching or listening to this asking yourselves, what even is 30 for 30 and 30? You're just making things up? Or are you just regurgitating something that you did last time? And now you just have no idea. You just farting yourself out of existence. Well, hypothetical audience member, yes. Something along those lines, yes. But I'm here to explain what 30 for 30 and 30 is. 30 episodes in 30 days in 30 minutes. What will I be talking about in those 30 minutes and 30 episodes in 30 days? Well, anything and everything, really. If you look back to June last year, 2020, I talked about films, television, politics, current events, personal shit, philosophy, I don't know, over-analysis shit. Trust me, man, there is no limit to what we can talk about. Although, to be fair, it will always mostly come back to sports ball because I'm just a sports ball guy. Can't help it. Love it too much. But rest assured, boys and girls, in the 30 for 30 and 30 in June, we are going to be talking about a whole lot of things. And one of the fun things I plan to do again, that I did something similar to last year during 30 for 30 and 30, is review a former or previous episode that I recorded, whether it be last year or years before. I like to do these reviews just to get an idea of what my philosophy, what my, mentality was back then, and just try to compare notes and shit. I mean, I did that with one of the 30 for 30 episodes last year, which I thought was fun for me personally, was taking a look at my stance on the 2016 presidential election right before the 2020 presidential election. And now that all that shit has subsided, the 2020 presidential election, I have a lot more takes about it. A lot more, I would say, not so right or left leaning, but mostly just cynical middle, which nobody really likes the truth now, do they? But we're all stuck in our illusions, boys and girls. And I'm here to fucking punch that goddamn window and break you out of that shit. Hopefully. I mean, I'm trying to fucking break out the illusions too, man. But society doesn't make it easy, does it? This is just held up by clown corporations pushing out stupid ass agendas and propagandas. And since it is June, boys and girls, oh, you know what fucking corporations are pushing out right now? Pride Month. Woo! Pride Month, yeah! You can eat your boxes, you can fuck your assholes, you can do whatever the fuck you want with same-sex shit. We support it. Please buy our product. I mean, every sports league right now in North America, all up on their social media pages this morning, popping up the rainbow flag, changing their profile pictures to rainbow flags. And all I have to ask is, why the fuck are you doing this? Do you actually give a shit about gay people? Or is it just another fucking quota that you have to fill? Probably the latter. Oh, but you're just a cynical asshole who doesn't really understand. I don't give a fuck if you're gay. I don't give a shit. You can love and fuck whoever the hell you want. But guess what, motherfucker? You're not special. You're just like every other human being. You just fuck something different. Ta-da! I swear everybody is a fucking snowflake nowadays where no one can take a fucking ounce of criticism or a little bit of hatred. Yeah, gays got fucking slandered for a long time. Who gives a shit? Is that gonna be your identity? Is the history of the past and all the fucking pains of former gays, like gays you don't even fucking know, like you're gonna bear their sins? Really? Jesus fucking Christ, it's the same fucking thing with goddamn blacks and slaves! Oh, reparation! Reparation for what? Against whom? Oh, reparation for your ancestors who you have no fucking real connection with right now? In a society where you fucking act and behave like fucking moronic animals and consumers. Just get fed the lies your fucking mainstream media gives you. Just fucking feed all the goddamn crap all your shitty celebrities fucking push crap at you. Your Cardi B's, your fucking athletes, right? I'm not just talking about Black Americans. Talking about all Americans. Goddamn morons. Stuck in this fucking leftist cycle of self-perpetual hatred. Right? Perpetual self-hatred. Whatever, mixing my words up here. But I'm pissed. Because every fucking time I step out of my little box, my little hole here, in my home where I'm just living in my fucking peace, I see a society just run by clowns and followed by sheeps. And certainly Pride Month, it's a fucking joke. First of all, it's a fucking joke that corporations are pushing this shit and you morons are fucking buying into this shit and feeding off of it like fat fucks at a buffet. Just, I just want two more scoops of the mashed potatoes. Can you give me more gay agendas from the corporations, please? Fucking pathetic. Black Americans. Reparation money. And you're gonna what? Lambast the fucking former slave owners' descendants? Like, really? That's the fucking key? And all you consumer fucking morons, you're just gonna keep listening to all the goddamn government media is gonna tell you? This is why fucking people piss me off. This is why. This is why I spend most of my time alone. Because it's the same mentally retarded shit that happens all the fucking time, yet nobody wants to figure this shit out. Everybody just willingly accepts this. Oh yeah, let's just take Pride Month. Yeah, eventually I think we're going to have to pay for reparations. White people are evil and black people are the best. It's fucking stupid. That's what the fuck it is. You sound like an insensitive racist. I don't give a shit what the fucking who you are. Who you fuck, what you do, none of that shit matters. What color you are, doesn't matter. What fucking age, religion you are, doesn't fucking matter. You're a goddamn human being. Being glued to those archetypes, to those stereotypes, you're nothing more than a fucking programmable sheep, you fucking idiot. Make more meaning with yourself. There's more to life than just your identity politics. Is that so fucking hard today, boys and girls? Probably is. Probably like rocket science. And I know, from the way I'm personally delivering this thing, it sounds just like a weird vendetta against people, right? But I honestly want everybody out there and anybody out there to be the best version of themselves. And how you don't get to being the best version of yourself is putting yourself in a cage of identity politics and weird bullshit programmable crap being fed by the fucking government and mainstream media. Fuck all that shit. Free yourself, boys and girls. And stop it with this goddamn just leftist perpetually self-hating cycle of idiocy. Please stop that shit. Please. It's for your own good. I'm trying to help you out here. Help you fucking sleep at night better. Right? But there's no talking to people sometimes, man. It's really not. There's someone like me who makes complaints about Pride Month, reparation, social welfare, any of these fucking leftist pushing agendas, I will be called the insensitive racist moron asshole. But within that realm of where I complain, where I criticize, it all comes from a place of actually giving a shit about people doing well. And maybe that's why I'm such a fucking masochist. Like Sisyphus trying to push the fucking rock up the hill. And every fucking time, he's all up on the hill. And if you're using me as an example, someone says, "Gay pride! How dare you! Insensitive! Fucking toxic alpha male bullshit! Fuck you!" And no, I'm not claiming that I'm an alpha male. That's just some egotistical shit. But Society perceives anything that isn't commandeering to the leftist agenda as a toxic masculinity, which, dude, it's embarrassing. It's fucking embarrassing is what the fuck it is. And now we just have a society of pussified beta males and a bunch of fucking whored out women. Yeah. Isn't that fun, boys and girls? Isn't that fucking fun? And aren't we off to a great start for 30 and 30 and 30? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You already know, man. My brain has just been keeping archives of people's moronic behaviors and other things during my kind of inconsistent posting between either the SoundCloud or YouTube. Just been observing, been noting shit. I really do note, boys and girls, there's really the amount of sheeps out there just seal clapping for all the retarded mainstream shit that's happening. You gotta take your vaccine! You gotta follow what everyone else is doing! Look at all these celebrities! Look at all the government officials! They're so smart! You should honestly all kill yourselves. Just become a statistic. Because you had no value into society. Although, to be fair, society in itself is a joke. But I digress. Yet, on a straight path to where we are here in 30 for 30 and 30, boys and girls. This is but a small glimpse of the ridiculousness that is in the brain here, boys and girls. And you are going to get this shit all fucking month long while I dry hump my camera. 30 days of this shit, boys and girls. Non-stop. Just like that shitty Drake song. But what's not so shitty, in my eyes, boys and girls, is sports ball. Now, I know. I complain about the corporations and how all these fucking sports fucking institutions are posting these lame brain goddamn leftist crap. But the actual sports itself is what I'm all about. You know I don't care for the fucking politics. You know I don't give a shit about any of that. It's all about the games and the fucking players and the fucking battles they have to go through. And you know what, man? Something that I want to really just ramble about today is the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar, the Toronto Maple Leafs on Monday, May 31st, lost Game 7 to the Montreal Canadiens 3-1 in round 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Now, when you look into the details of said series, it gets a bit more, shall we say, depressing. Yeah. So the Toronto Maple Leafs blew a 3-1 series lead. And not only that, in Game 5, they were down 3-0. They tied it, forced overtime, and lost in overtime. Game 6, Maple Leafs were down 2-0. They tie it back. Game goes into overtime. And guess what? Maple Leafs lose in overtime. So the pivotal Game 7, where it is do or die at home, and because the way Canada is so fucking cucked with the COVID bullshit, they only had fans for Game 6 and 7, Montreal and Toronto, respectively, about 2,000 fans. So Montreal fans got to see the high of highs in Game 6, where their boys gave the team a surviving chance and gave the fans something to cheer for and fight on for. And then you have the stark contrast in Game 7, where the Toronto Maple Leafs just come out in front of their fans, played scared, played like their balls have been cut off. And honestly, man, it's fucking depressing from an outsider's perspective, but more than the depression and the sadness and the bitterness, it's more anger that's seeping out today after the series and the game is over from yesterday. And why I say that is because this isn't the first Game 7 the Maple Leafs blew. You look back in 2017. They were, down 3-1 in the series? Well, no. That might have been 2012. And we remember what happened in 2012, right? 2012 or 2013. Could be wrong on that, boys and girls. Please fucking fact check me. But the Toronto Maple Leafs have lost so many Game 7s. But in 2017, they're up against the Bruins. They blow a substantial lead in the third period. And a young core at that time who the previous year, they go toe-to-toe with the Washington Capitals, a fantastic team, by the way, to 6 games. And there was so much potential. There was so much hope for the squad. And the very next year, well, it's 2018 season. Was it 2017? Yeah, because the Capitals won the Cup in 2017. And then in 2018, they faced the Bruins. So, re-editing the date on that shit, boys and girls. We're trying to work this shit off memory. And I know I should have a proper script, but listen, the Toronto Maple Leafs in 2017, the postseason of 2017, trying to not fuck that up anymore, lost the Washington Capitals, but this young core of Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, William Nylander was probably in there, was, again, going toe-to-toe with the President's Trophy winner in the Washington Capitals, and they looked like they were going to grow up and do some great things. And then again, 2018, they face Boston. They lose to Boston. They blow a lead in the third period, and it is over. And you would think, maybe it gets better next year. But 2019, same shit. You go against the Boston Bruins. You go to Game 7. And then you die in Game 7. And then 2020, pandemic hits. And the world shuts down because we're led by fucking, I don't know, elitist globalist assholes. And so they think that shit's hilarious. But sports stops. Yet, only a couple months later, resume sports. And there's something called a play-in round, wherein teams within bubbles have to face off each other for like 5 games, a 5-game series, and whoever wins goes into the playoffs. 16 teams, all that good shit. And in the play-in round, the Toronto Maple Leafs, when they face the Columbus Blue Jackets, down 2-0 in the series, they come back, were they down 2-0 in the series, right? And then they come back, force Game 5, and then just choke themselves out. And so with all of that in the background, to get to Game 7 after blowing a 3-1 series lead and losing at home, playing in front of your fans for the first time in almost a year and a half, like, what do you fucking do? What do you do? Like, I look at Kyle Dubas, fucking Brandon Shanahan in the Toronto Maple Leafs and ask, what the fuck are you going to do? You have 3 guys making $33.5 million, and that cap hit is going to be exponentially worse when you realize that, oh, wait, flat cap for the next few years. You got the fucking expansion, Seattle Kraken coming in, and we still have to pay other young, talented guys who actually showed up in this series. But holy fucking shit, Mitch Marner and goddamn Austin Matthews went blank. Like, Austin Matthews in the first fucking half of the series, latter half, he didn't fucking show up at all. But the first half of the series, Austin Matthews was pretty decent. And then Mitch Marner, I don't know what to say about Mitch Marner. I don't. You should probably trade him off or expose him to the Seattle Kraken and have them take extra assets to get rid of Mitch Marner. Honestly, there is no fucking hope for you with that boy anymore. There's not. What the fuck is he going to do? Cry and help you out because he's a hometown boy? It's fucking stupid. Kyle Dubas, cut your heart out. You can't be emotionally invested in these boys anymore. That's how you're losing. And hell, maybe it's not just Kyle Dubas. Maybe it's not his tenure. Maybe it's a Shannon plan. That shit isn't working. There is no process to be worked here. Oh, we're going to suck and we're going to be good. What are you, the fucking Philadelphia 76ers? Oh, yeah, almost same fucking drought. But honestly, it's not even it's not even comparable. Because the Maple Leafs haven't been to the Stanley Cup final since 1967 when there were 6 fucking teams in the league. They haven't won a fucking playoff series since 2004. That's when I moved to Vegas. Holy shit. Vegas Golden Knights weren't even a fucking thought. They weren't even a sperm. But the Maple Leafs find ways to fucking choke themselves out of any hope, any kind of good optimism that their fan base is willing to fucking bear out there. It's a goddamn shame, man. I really like the Maple Leafs. I always have said, if the Vegas Golden Knights and the Toronto Maple Leafs can meet in the Stanley Cup final, that would be a dream. That would be a dream. One of the oldest teams in the league versus one of the newest teams in the league, right? The historical contrast is fucking vast. And imagine the 31st expansion team taking on one of the oldest teams whose Stanley Cup fucking final drought has been clearly apparent. Like, that would have been a great narrative in my eyes. But what the fuck is going to happen now? Probably some overreacting and probably some bullshit from Kyle Dubas and the Maple Leafs, who you deserve all the ire and shame for this shit. But you know who doesn't in that squad? Honestly, it's not William Nylander. It's not any of those defensemen who are playing well. Nor is it John Tavares. A shout out to John Tavares, who got injured in the first game. That was awful stuff. But in my eyes, it was Jack Campbell. I know Freddie Anderson hasn't had the best playoff resume. But yeah, put him in another fucking team and watch him kind of go apeshit. I think Freddie Anderson is a fantastic goaltender. I think you put a defense in front of him that actually gives a shit, he might win games in the playoffs. But Jack Campbell, I mean, this boy gave it his all. This boy absolutely gave it his all. He was, in my mind, a 3-star each and every night. I mean, of course, you have Carey Price on the other side, who's fantastic. And lost in all of this is the Montreal Canadiens, which I will talk about them in a little bit. But with the fucking Maple Leafs, they figured out a way to just shit out such a horrible result that when their goaltender, which has been a significant problem throughout their past few years in the playoffs, when their goaltender has been on and on fire, they shit themselves so fucking hard that his effort just went completely blank. And in Game 7, by the optics, it looks like Jack Campbell's fault. But guess fucking what? This is the only guy between Games 5 through fucking 7 that actually did anything. It's fucking embarrassing. It really is. And again, I'm a Knights fan. This is my boy Derek England. You understand how much of a fucking Knights fan? Listen, man. I got my fucking gold jacket. I got my goddamn hockey pucks from out of state, in state, all this shit. I'm a Knights fan through and through. But, bad organizations, bad sports ball teams piss me the fuck off. And Toronto Maple Leafs, you are no exception. You are a piss-poor franchise. Oh, we make the playoffs every year now. That's adorable. That's fucking adorable. Wow. What have you done with those fucking playoff appearances? Nothing, right? Nothing. Good. Glad we answered that shit. Badly run organizations are not only a stain on that organization itself, but it is a stain on the fucking entirety of the sport that you're participating in. You make hockey look bad, Maple Leafs. I know that's some harsh shit to say, but wake the fuck up! What more needs to be said for the Maple Leafs to get their shit together? It's embarrassing. It's fucking embarrassing, even as a neutral fan. I can only imagine what those fans are feeling right now. My God. How could you do this to your fans every single time? Dude, Game 7? Did you just hate Game 7s? I know Wayne Gretzky permanently scarred you for Game 7s, in the fucking 90s. But this is the 2020s. Hell, in the 2010s. You are 20 years plus removed from Wayne Gretzky. And hell, you are almost a decade plus removed from the fucking Kane series. Game 7, right? But holy fuck, man. Holy fuck. You're back here again. In the fucking losers table. Drinking your beers and getting ready for golf. Because you're the fucking Toronto Maple Leafs and you suck dick more than Riley Reid. That's a lot of dicks. Toronto, get your shit together. And conversely, I give a huge kudos and congratulations to the Montreal Canadiens. Those boys were fantastic throughout the Maple Leaf series. They fought. They went through it. They fucking gave the Maple Leafs the business. And god damn it, I love Carey Price. I fucking love me some Carey Price. Again, not a fan of the Canadiens. Never have been ever since my first run-in with Canadiens at T-Mobile Arena inside the Fortress, where home game against the Canadiens, the fans weren't all that great in my opinion. And it's weird because the opposite is this sentiment for the Maple Leafs. I love Maple Leafs fans. I mean, they're one of the best traveling team fan bases ever. And every time a Toronto Maple Leafs game at T-Mobile inside the Fortress, I have a great time. But yeah, with all that being said, the Canadiens were just fantastic. And Carey Price is wonderful. I mean, not just as a goaltender, dude is fucking great human being. But wonderful stuff from this team. And, you know, Ducharme, Bergevin, they're just creaming themselves right now. Like, oh, this is the best. We fucking beat our goddamn little brother again. And if you're a Montreal fan, just embrace it. Just take this fucking in and get ready for Winnipeg, because that shit is going to be a bloodbath, man. Winnipeg and Montreal, I think you could probably see a 6 or 7 game series, and I really don't know who comes out of it. I honestly don't know. Round 2 has already been interesting. You know, you have the Bruins and Islanders who are tied in the series at this point. Great game 1 for the Bruins, and an overtime win for the Isles to tie the series up. And now you also have this great matchup in the Carolina Hurricanes and the Tampa Bay Lightning, where the Lightning took game 1. But in game 2 today, here on Tuesday, we're going to see the stuff that the Carolina Hurricanes are made out of. And I think they got a lot of creamy, good stuff in there. Natchez and Sebastian Aho, Pesce, Teravainen, all those guys, Nedeljkovic, they're really fucking good. But exciting times in round 2. Well, why aren't you mentioning the Knights? That game 1 is dead to me! That game 1 is fucking dead to me! But you know what isn't dead? Ryan Reaves. Now, Ryan Reaves isn't dead, but he is going to be suspended for 2 games. Now, there's a reason why I don't agree with the suspension, and it's because I think it should be more games. I honestly thought with the way first of all, he drew a 9-minute fucking penalty. He drew a 9-fucking-minute penalty. He was fucking getting at Grubauer, doing some dumbass shit for Grubauer, and then Graves, one of the Avalanche players, he fucking knocks over and then crunches his fucking helmet down on the ice, like just blatantly and just piss poorly doing that shit. And I thought, oh, Revo, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? You look like a clown. And 2 games, honestly, isn't enough. I don't want to see your ass for at least 4 games. It's embarrassing. And what's more embarrassing in that game 1, let's talk about that a little bit. Let's talk about fucking game 1, because I wouldn't want to fucking talk about it, but here we go. Pete DeBoer, stop fucking putting out the 4th line to start the game. Why the fuck do you think the Colorado Avalanche, that is predicated on speed, should be countered by heavy, slow, physical, methodical guys? Why the fuck do you think that's a good thing? Speed versus speed. Fuck you, Pete. Get your shit together for game 2. And boys. I know Robin Lehner was kind of shit, but your lack of effort in that 7-1 defeat, that's right. 7-1 defeat was horse shit. Horse shit. And I'm pretty sure game 2, you're going to put Marc-Andre Fleury in there. Vezina finalist Marc-Andre Fleury alongside the opposition Philip Grubauer and Andrei Vasilevsky. So, Should be great times in round 2 after all that yelling and screaming, but it's playoff hockey, baby. We get wild, we get sweaty, and we get passionate. Because playoff hockey is seriously the best. But what's also going to be the best is some international football tournaments happening this year, boys and girls. That's right. You are going to have the Copa America, which was set to take place in Argentina, but they had to do an emergency change. And in 13 days, they are going to be relocated to Brazil. And yeah, Brazil has all those empty fucking stadiums that they built from 2014 in the World Cup. So, hey, it's kind of useful, I suppose. So, what do you fucking do? Right? But no, I mean, listen, venue and all the fucking football politics aside, the competition should be great. It should be fun. I mean, Argentina, Brazil, Colombia, Chile, pretty sure Venezuela too. Are they pretty good? I would think they're good, but could be wrong. Peru's also solid too, right? But I haven't really been paying attention too much to international squads, but slowly but surely, those team selections, either in the Euros and Copa America, they're going to be churning out and churning in. And yeah, Euros, Copa America, same year. It's always good, baby. Always good. And we are ready for more football action very soon. Euros starting off in about a little bit more than a week. But of course, I mean, while all that is going on, there's still domestic football stuff happening. Like the fact that Sergio Aguero, free agent from Manchester City, will now be headed to FC Barcelona, where he's going to be linking up with this Argentinian partner in Lionel Messi. I don't really know if that's going to fix any of Barcelona's problems. I feel like it's a lot of their fucking defense and goalkeeping. I mean, Ter Stegen's good, but I don't know. That's just how I see it personally. Again, I don't really care for Barcelona. I don't really look into it, but you lost La Liga to Atletico Madrid, and you couldn't even fucking keep up with Real Madrid. So Barca has to do something there, and I'm pretty sure that's a desperation move to bring a 30-something plus goal scorer in there. But yeah, I mean, in Spain, he should be fine. You're battling against mostly carpenters and farmers and shit, right? So yeah, you're hating on La Liga. Why? It's not the Premier League. It's just not the Premier League. It's not competitively as hard or as good as the Premier League. It's just not. It's not. But kids, that's all the fucking shit that I'm gonna pound in your ass today. I gotta find better words. I gotta find better expressions than just sexually just charged shit. But listen, that's gonna do it for episode number 330. First part, or one of the 30 for 30 and 30 in June 2K21 edition. So be on the lookout for another episode tomorrow, boys and girls. And until next time, fuck off.